My name is Timothy from 3-Way Media TV. Can we meet you, sir?
Okay, my name is Afolabi Mokwede. I'm the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Job Creation and Youth Employment.
Thank you very much, sir. This MSME clinic was set up for the sole purpose of getting small and medium enterprises to work. How well has the government been able to support the small and medium enterprises?
Well, so firstly, let me say that thank you for the privilege, and it's a great joy to be in Lagos, the center of excellence, which is home for a whole lot of us. And what we're doing here, Lagos is the 18th stop of this national MSME clinic. Now, the reason, just starting from the name, a clinic is where you go and run diagnosis, and after you know your diagnosis, you also get treatment. So it tells you, therefore, that the President Muhammadu Buhari and his vice, Yemi Osinbajo, clearly understand the ailment that has bedeviled the MSMEs in Nigeria. And that's why with this present administration, we decided to set up a clinic. What does this clinic do? Number one is a one-stop shop, as you have seen, around where all MSMEs in a state like Lagos are able to aggregate in a large facility like this. Now, they do not just aggregate for aggregation's sake. We have brought all stakeholders, from whether it is, whether it is CAC that even helps you to register your business, to whether it's NAFDAC that helps you as a regulatory agency, to whether it's FIRS, to whether it's Export Promotion Council where you want to export, to NIPC, how you want to gather more investment, to name it. All the possible regulators, federal and state regulators alike, are brought together under this one umbrella to assist with not only diagnosis but also treatment of whatever is the ailment of our MSME. And the whole essence is to be able to ensure that with this administration, we make sure that we do a lot of inclusiveness with our MSMEs. As you know, for any economy to thrive, the MSMEs are very important. So we recognize that, and what we are doing is beyond lip service. This is practical, it's as practical as it can be. This clinic started since yesterday. A clinic is going on as I speak, touching different topics. The MSMEs are asking several questions, and today, as the second day, the Vice President himself will officially endorse this, and will himself also go around all the stands, having one-on-one interaction with the businesses. So for me, it already tells you that there can be no better attention that we are providing to MSMEs than this platform.
Now, from the point of view of the young people, young Nigerians, the youth, a lot of them have the opinion, have the view that not enough is being done to help them.
Yeah.
A lot of them are saying they have been sidelined. From your point of view, being in government, and from the look of things, being a young person, what is your take? What is your reaction towards that statement?
So I'll deal with it two ways. One is the fact that, yes, when you say a lot more can be done, yes, we all agree. But let us also celebrate the fact that something has started. This MSME clinic, this one-stop shop platform never existed before. This is a clear new foundation being laid by this administration. So the fact that we are doing this are steps in the right direction. And I think we should applaud and celebrate that. That's one. Now, secondly, talking about the youth, I introduced myself earlier as the SSA to the President on Job Creation and Youth Employment. So it tells you that aside from just job creation, focus on the youth is one key focus. And perhaps if I had introduced myself as the oversight person for Empower, you probably would have had a better you can relate better, because Empower is this creation of the federal government and a direct investment of Mr. President into our youths. Empower is for job creation efforts for our youths between the ages of 18 to 35. With Empower, just a few minutes ago, I was speaking with some of our Empower volunteers who are here in Lagos, who have been part of the program since December 2016. And why are they here in the clinic? They are here because they have formed a cooperative, an agri-cooperative. They are here to register their cooperative with the Lagos State Ministry of Commerce and Industry. They are here to liaise with Bank of Industry, to be able to be part of, the Bank of Industry access to finance. Now that's the platform, for more youth engagement. In the Empower platform, we have the graduate program where we engage 500,000, 200,000 since December, the other 300,000 since August 1 a few days ago. And aside from that, they are in the program as a learn, work, and entrepreneurship program. That's why some of them can be here at this MSME clinic. Aside from that, we also have tens of thousands that are also in the non-graduate skills competency program, whether it's a vocational, ranging from construction industry to automobile industry to hospitality industry, or to technology, ranging from hardware repair and maintenance to software development to creative, where we train them, and beyond training, we also put them in 9 months, 3 months training, and then put them in 9 months apprenticeship. They get investment of exit tools, their work tools, investment worth about 250,000 naira per head. They get whether it's devices or laptops or work tools, depending on which one you are in, and you're also paid a stipend for 1 year that helps to support your daily transport to your training center, and also gives you access to direct engagement with employers through the apprenticeship platform. So these are all the things. These are not things we are doing, and these are not things we will do. These are things we have started. These are things that we have living testimonies for, and these are things that will continue to ramp up on a day-by-day basis. So my message to the youth is to stay attuned to all of our channels and let them key into what we're doing and make the best advantage of it.
Being the Senior Special Assistant to the President on job creation. Now, can you say, or can you give us an exact figure of the number of jobs this administration created? Because when this administration came in, they hinged on job creation.
Yeah.
And they say the idle mind is the devil's workshop.
Oh, yeah.
When I work, obviously, you cannot think of the various social vices bedeviling our society.
Yeah.
So can we get an exact figure or close to it of how many jobs this administration has created?
Yeah. Now, so humans is a science. It's a type of science that you really can't talk about exact figures. Behavioral science, you really look at it from a sample size. And the National Bureau of Statistics is the first place and the authentic place. Here you want to really begin to talk about a sample or a measurement of what our job creation is. Now, what I can say to you is, when this administration came in, while we were campaigning in 2014, we knew that when you talk about unemployment or underemployment, the youth demography was the biggest hit. At that time, we were about 46% of our unemployment rate, underemployment combined, 46% were within the ages of 18 to 35, the youth demography. And that was the reason why even during the campaigns, we were very specific that if voted into office, we would create the National Social Investment Program, which Empower is one of them, which the Government Enterprise Empowerment Program is one of it, that caters to market women, artisans, traders. Even the youths are part of it. I'm just talking about youth cooperatives that are getting loans from it. Part of it also is this MSME clinic. So there are multiple strands by which we have been creating avenues for jobs and just to be able to keep to our promise. Now, I can say to you scientifically that the National Bureau of Statistics have told us that our youth unemployment now is down to about 36-37%, and that's disaggregated. Our unemployment is around 18% as a country. But when you disaggregate in terms of demography, that demography that initially was about 46% is now down to about 37%. Do we need to get an applause for that? Absolutely not. That's not the best place we want to be. But that's also the reason you need to remember that this particular 2018 year was called the year of infrastructure. Not because infrastructure was not one of our key promises, it was our promise, but we called it the year of infrastructure because we are ramping up on our focus on infrastructure. I can report to you, Tolu Ogulesi, who is a youth, just like you and many other youths out there, has been doing a documentary around Nigeria, just focusing on our rails and the rail lines from Itakpe, in Kogi State down to Warri, the construction work going on there, the number of jobs. The Minister of Transport just gave an interview last week about the potential number of jobs that are being created, both on construction, both for maintenance of the tracks, maintenance of the coaches, both for people that will man all the train stations. You are very aware, just a few weeks ago, Mr. President commissioned the Abuja light rail, and obviously we know what's happening with Abuja to Kaduna. All of these infrastructure works, they are direct employment, and with every direct employment, they are indirect employment. In Empower alone, Just yesterday, we released a video where we showcased just one. Remember, we have 500,000. Just one in Ogun State that from the last 18 months of our stipend made enough savings through assistance from cooperatives and whatever, has set up, a fish farm where she's able to employ 3 more people. So I can say to you that even from the 500,000 that we have aided through empowerment, for every one of them that is in one business or the other, a lot of them are employing. So what you need to do in terms of exact science, National Bureau of Statistics is where to go. And I've told you recent conversations with them which are public information. However, what we can also say to you, I'll show you all that we're doing. And with everything we're doing, there are jobs being created, there are Nigerians being employed, there are Nigerians being trained with the Empower Skills to Job program that we're doing, that I spoke about earlier in vocational, construction, automobile, hospitality, and technology. All of those tens of thousands. In 2017, our population alone was about 33,000 youths. In 2018, we'll be ramping up another 33,000 youths. Just even 50, 60,000 of those youths that we're training. What we are doing is we're preparing them for the market that is opening up. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
That's
sir.
how we're dealing with the job creation.
To deviate a bit, the president recently passed the Not Too Young to Run bill,
Yeah.
which reduces the age for contesting for various
Exactly.
offices. Now, a lot of our viewers have the view that it is almost practically impossible for so many youths to get into those various positions, because you have to pick a nomination form which runs into millions of naira. We're talking of youths who yet don't have a livelihood. Talk more of picking a nomination form.
Yeah.
What is your view on the fact that youth should run? Do you think that political parties should subsidize their prizes, or should bring down the criteria for youth to be able to contest?
So I will answer that question in multiple ways, because you also began to answer some of the questions yourself. The first thing is Not Too Young to Run bill. Yes, we hailed it, the president signed it. But then what you need to understand, you don't have to start your political career vying for president of a country or vying for governor of a country. In the political dispensation, we run a federation. There's federal, there's state, there's local government. In local government, the lowest of the cadre, not lowest, but the cadre is a councillor, which has an important role. That's the legislative arm of the local government council. And there's chairman. And then you come to states, there's House of Assembly, and then there's a governor. And before you go to the federal. Now also understand that with each of these, there are also what you call political appointments. In a state, the governor is going to need commissioners. In a House of Assembly, they are going to need support staff, that are also political appointees. So the whole point of Not Too Young to Run bill is that we are saying that, okay, statutorily, we have reduced the age by which you can aspire for certain positions. But that's not to say that you must obviously start from the top. We must grow our democracy from a bottom-up approach. That's one. Now, secondly, I do not believe it should be the dream of a youth who doesn't have a livelihood to aspire for office. Why? You don't want people without livelihood in office, because what is he really going to show to you? What has he gone through? What experience does he have? What does he have to show to you that because I did it well in my business, because I grew 1 naira in my business to become 100 naira, because I sustained this business for 5 years, I can guarantee you, if you put your vote in me, if you put your confidence in me, I will sustain this and this for you. Because those are also the questions we need to begin to ask ourselves. So the reality therefore is, perhaps it's about wrong priorities. It is not for a youth who doesn't have a livelihood, who doesn't have savings, who hasn't gone through the trenches to aspire for the highest office. I don't even think for any office at all. You must have some credibility before you grow from there. Now, so the reality then is, some of us have youths. Well, I told you about Tolu Ogulesu, who's in government. I'm in government. Some of us have a history. So if I want to vie for a political office, what they are saying now is that I don't have to. Of course, I'm above even 35, even if I wanted to be president today. But imagine I was 28 or I was 30. The point we're saying is that now with this bill and the fact that I have some accomplishment, I can go and start from local government councillor, or chairman, or House of Assembly. So I think it's important for us to put things in proper context and to say that, and that was why Mr. President also said, it is important that we have signed it, but please let it all be, it has to be all engagement. It cannot just be about federal only. It cannot just be about the highest at any point. It has to be, we need a lot of good people all in the field, to be able to make the change and to be able to sustain the change that we all desire.
Finally, continuity is an oil for development.
Yeah.
This program, the MSME Clinic, Market Money, GEP, are they built to continue?
Yeah.
Are just a one-time stop thing?
So the question is, are they built to continue? Yes. Why? Ask me why. Why? Because you will see that Jeep, Market Money or Trader Money that has been launched today in Mushi, we are not launching it in one office of Mr. President running it. It's been embedded in what? An institution that was here when it was PDP, is here when it's APC, and will be here when it is whatever it is. So that's why we built it to last. Now, is there the political will to continue it? Is a different conversation. But then that's what we take to voters like you and me when the time comes to say, okay, this is what we have done. We have built it to last. So we're not saying it's only us that can continue it. Because BOI will outlast every one of us. However, because the vision was given to us to do, and we have done, give us the mandate again to further strengthen this vision. But the short answer to your question is yes, we have built it to last.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time, and have a wonderful day. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.